Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. You can hear me? Okay. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to our, I believe this is 18 and under Division 2, Olympus versus Skyline game. Our current score is 3-0. I'm sorry for the lack of streaming and audio. We were running into some technical difficulties, but everything is figured out now. The ball was just barely turned back over to Skyline. Ball is at goalie. Pass down to number 7 there. Olympus has been running a pretty tight press defense, not really letting Skyline get off too many passes so far. Attempted shot there from number 4, White Jackson Dance. Yeah, just barely skies over the cage. Ball goes back to Max Tyler, the Olympus goalie. And a gorgeous shot and goal from number 2, Dark Isaac Swan. Brings the score to 4-0 with Olympus in the lead. Goalie Stephen Meckham looks for the pass, waiting for any of his players to get open. There are 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 3, 2, goalie dumps it, and the ball is given back to Max Tyler. 10 seconds remaining in the quarter here. Once again, I'm sorry we started so late. Max Tyler can't quite find a pass. Looks like he's going to get up, shoot it, and stops just barely short. That is the end of our first quarter, and we will see you back for quarter number 2. All right, everybody, welcome back to our 18 and under Division 2 game, Skyline versus Olympus here. Skyline with the win on the sprint. That was number 9, White Alexander Stewart. Olympus's press defense quickly gets the ball turned over. but none of them ended up grabbing it, so the ball goes back to number 5, white, Miguel Fregos. It's definitely been some difficulty for Skyline getting the ball into center there, but once they do, number 3, Connor Doyle, with the goal, putting Skyline on the board. Our current score is 4-1 with Olympus in the lead. Solid press right off the bat from Skyline. Luckily, Olympus does manage to get it into center. And a beautiful shot and goal by number 10, Dark Beckham Jones. With the ball back in Skyline's possession, Olympus is running their press defense just as hard as ever, and there is a steal there from number 2, Dark, Isaac Swan. Ball is passed up to number 9, Wilson Graff, who's driving in. And great shot off there. Looked a little lucky that he wasn't trying to play, but that does bring Olympus' score 6-1. Number 6, Jackson fueling there, looking for any sort of pass he can find. Beckham Jones pressing him just a little too tight. Ball goes back to the Skyline goalie. Once again, goalie with 10 seconds left, still searching for a pass. This time he does manage to find it before having to dump it. And Olympus manages to take that ball back right before number 6 shoots it there. Beckham Jones, risky pass up to Ethan Woodbury. Ends up paying back. That is a penalty, number 5 meter on number 11, white, Alexander Sanchez. And the ball skipped right out of the side of the cage there. Ball goes back to Skyline. Sorry about that. I was having a conversation with the ref who was quizzing my skills on as to why that was a 5 meter. Great steal there from number 8, white, Samuel Macbeth. Fantastic last name there. Love that. Beautiful pass up there from Stephen Meckham. 7 white, Forrest Annis manages to gain the foul, passes it up to his teammate number 8. Number 6 with an attempted recovery shot there, Jackson fueling, but the ball is taken back by Olympus's goalie, Max Tyler. Beckham Jones passes over to Kai Johnson, who has nobody on him. Number 3 tries to get there, but not quick enough. That is a great shot and goal by number 8, Dark, Kai Johnson. I just said his name. Why couldn't I come up with it there? Almost a ball under there for Olympus, but Skyline manages to recover it. Skyline is doing their best to fend off any defenders that they have. That looks like it might be close to a straight arming call. Not quite. Ball's passed up to number 6 into center and is immediately taken back by number 4, Dark, Isaac Wardle. Ball's passed up to Isaac Swan. Walks it in and scores. It was a goal by number 2, Dark, Isaac Swan. There was an attempted pass there from number 5 white to number 9. Not quite seen by number 9 in time. 13 takes the ball, starts to swim for it. But luckily, the goalie, Stephen Mecca, manages to get the ball back. Passes up to number 11, who is wide open. Wilson Graff tries to get the ball back. Ball's passed into center and stolen by Isaac Wardle. Once again from Wardle, Wardle up to Swan. We got both Isaacs here working together. Another great steal from number 1 White, Stephen Meckham. We love to see a goalie who kind of just decides, all right, I'll do it myself, and just starts taking the ball. Another beautiful pass up to that 1 position there. And he manages to gain the exclusion on number 4 Dark, Isaac Wardle. Beautiful shot and goal there by number 7 White, Forrest Ennis. Bringing the score to 8-2 with about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this second quarter here. Max Tyler searches for a pass. Skyline's press defense is definitely getting a little tighter here. And number 5 White pushes the ball under. Miguel Fregos with the goal, the steal there. And stolen back by number 6 Dark, Liam Boyle. Passed up to Isaac Wardle there. And a beautiful block by Stephen Meckham there for Skyline. Results in a 2-meter corner throw. Olympus comes back down to play another offense. Now with the new rules, Isaac Wardle is live here. He put the ball in play and can walk it in and shoot it if he so chooses. Steady passes it into center. Passes up to Liam Boyle. Great shot block by 7 White Forest. And an attempted shot there from Ethan Woodbury results in a turnover. We got about got just under 30 seconds remaining in the quarter here. We'll see what Skyline can do with this last possession. There do seem to be multiple people open, but the goalie isn't really passing it to any of them. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with words today. It's kind of ironic for an announcer. And another steal out of center from Isaac Wardle. 2 seconds, Ethan Woodbury with an attempted shot, just barely skips out of the cage. And that is the end of our first half. We will see you all back for half number 2. It's at times like this that I do wish that there weren't such things as copyright laws, because I would have loved for you guys to vibe to Hooked on a Feeling with us, a song by a band that I'm too young to remember but old enough to still appreciate. All right, this is back to our Skyline versus Olympus 18 and under D2 game. The sprint was won once again by Skyline here. It looks like they're making some more movements in this third quarter here. We already have a driver. Ball's passed into center, who turns, and a great knockdown from number 1 for Olympus, Max Tyler. Looks like he was trying to pass it up to Isaac Wordle there, but luckily Matej Marsh was ready for it. Kai Johnson tries to get that ball, but the goalie for Skyline, Stephen Meckham, was right behind him. Stephen passes over to number 8, who gets it down the line to number 7. Looks like Olympus's center defense is getting a little more aggressive this time around, so number 7 starts to swim it in and gains an exclusion on number 9, Dark, Wilson Graff. And another great shot there from number 7, White, Forrest Annis. He has made a couple of those shots tonight right off of that 6-on-5 post. Definitely not an easy shot to make, but he looks to make easy. Yes, those are the words I meant to say. Little bit of movement going on for Olympus here, but a great steal from number 8, White, Samuel Macbeth, gets the ball back going to Skyline's direction. Another gorgeous pass down the line to number 7 there. He makes another spin move, trying to get his player on the back. And he succeeds, gaining a 5-meter. That was a penalty on number 2, Dark, Isaac Swan. Those Olympus players have really got to realize that that person's going to drive in every time. Otherwise, they're going to keep getting excluded and getting those 5 meters. 7 lines up for the shot. And skips it beautifully into a corner. That was another goal by number 7, White, Forrest Annis. Our current score is 8-4 in this third quarter here. Skyline is definitely making more of a comeback from their first half. Ball's passed into center. And another great tip out from number 1, White, Stephen Meckham. 2-meter corner throw over here. Stephen's making the smart decision to come out just a little bit to prevent Kai from getting that ball there. And it works. He knocks it down, grabs the ball, and gets it going the other direction. Now, once again, number 7 is driving there, but number 11, Ethan Woodbury, is not letting him pass. And Max Tyler is ready for it this time, and he takes the ball back. That's a great example right there of adapting to how the other team is playing. There was a sentence I was going to finish there. Kai Johnson passes the ball across to number 6, Liam Boyle, for a great goal there. Definitely not an easy one for goalie to block when it's 2-on-0. Or I don't like to say 2-on-0 because the goalies are still people too. But hashtag goalies are people too. Let's get it going. Kai Johnson's press results in a little bit of a loose pass there to number 4. Looks like Isaac Swan is trying to get himself excluded again. No, just kidding. It's not that bad, but he does drop back to center. Not before number 10 gets excluded, though. Kai Johnson. Nope. Beckham Jones with the exclusion there. And another great goal from number 7, White, Forrest Annis. Brings our score 9-5 with about 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter here. Olympus is going to have to step up their game if they want to keep their lead here. Looks like Skyline is definitely making a great comeback. Risky pass into center there. Kai Johnson tries to get the ball back, and the ball is called on a contrafoul. Kai Johnson getting that goalie was ended up leaving number 3 wide open. Luckily, number 6 covers for him and gets the ball passed over to a less risky position. And a push-off from 8 white, Samuel Macbeth, results in a turnover here. It is back to Olympus's ball. Pass that goes a little bit too far is stolen once again by Stephen Meckham. He is having a killer game tonight. Beautiful pass up to number 11 there. He does have a couple defenders on his back, and Ethan Woodbury takes the ball for Olympus. Coach Stringham over there for Olympus, is just trying to get his players to slow down a little bit. And a mostly clean steal there from number 5 white, Miguel. Sorry, can't really read that. Miguel Fragos. Stolen back by number 10 dark, Beckham Jones. And Coach Sean Stringham calls a timeout, so we will be back after that. We are back after Olympus's timeout here. Once again, our current score is 9-5, with Olympus in the lead. We've got about a minute and 30 seconds or so remaining in the third quarter here, and then we will go into quarter number 4. After all, 3 does come after, nope, 4 does come after 3 is what I was trying to say there. Lots of my producer's laughing at my inability to count, but it's fine. Lots of movement going on for Olympus here, but number 7 white, Forrest Annis, with a great ball under there. Right in center with Beckham's deadly backhand looming. It is Skyline's ball once again. However, a risky 50-50 pass results in a steal from about 3 other Olympus players. And we have about a minute remaining in this third quarter here. An attempted steal from number 8 there just passes back to Matej Marsh. But he does manage to get the ball back to the goalie, Stephen Meckham. Olympus's press defense is not giving up just yet. Not sure why there's not a straight arming call on number 9 there. But he does manage to get the ball into number 4. There's only 3 seconds left on the shot clock here. And it is Olympus ball. Risky pass to Beckham Jones. Great knockdown from Stephen Meckham, the Skyline goalie, who is having once again a fantastic day. And an exclusion called on number 13 dark, Matej Marsh. Timeout called with 0.87 seconds remaining on the clock, so we will be back after that. All right, and we are back with... Nope. Okay, we're done now. Sorry. That was the end of the third quarter. So next is the second quarter because 2 comes after 3, right, Trevor? I mean, that's how the numbers work. Anyway, we'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a minute. What if there are donuts? All right. Whew. Lots of splashing on this sprint here. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our 18 and under Division II Olympus versus Skyline game. This quarter, it was actually number 8, Kai Johnson with the win. It does make Olympus start up even, but the ball is quickly turned back over to Skyline. Now, like I said, in the last quarter, Olympus is definitely going to have to start stepping up their game if they want to maintain their lead. Skyline has come out strong in this second half here. And there's a contra foul called on number 7, White, Forrest Annis. I have said his name like 48 times, and I still can't get it. Foul drawn by number 4, Dark Isaac Wardle. Passed over to Beckham Jones. Olympus is definitely setting up in a little bit of a clump here, but Wilson Graff is calling for the ball. Beckham Jones with an attempted shot there. Nice block down by Stephen Meckham. Shout out to Ethan Tennell doing push-ups before his game. Why? Ethan, why are you doing push-ups? I'm just kidding. I'm teasing him. Ball's passed into center there. Skyline's center turns around and runs into an Olympus defender. And there's an exclusion called on, looks like 3 White, Connor Doyle. 3. Oh, and the ball is turned over. I was so confused by that series of events. Okay, 3 was excluded, then 9 White stole it. So that was a great steal from Alexander Stewart. And once 3 goes under that lane line, he will be able to come back out. But doesn't seem to matter. That was a great shot and goal by someone I didn't get. Emily, who was that? Wait, Don. Who was that? 4? That was for white, Jackson Dance. Great set into Beckham Jones there. Bounces off of Stephen Meckham's head. Recovery from Isaac Swan into a tip into the goal. I mean, great block by Stephen on the head bounce thing. We always love when those happen. I mean, my philosophy as a goalie is that when you get hit in the face, it usually doesn't go in because it just bounces straight off your face. So at least there's that. Our current score is 10-6 with about 4 minutes remaining in our final quarter here. Beckham Jones not letting up on the press defense, forces the ball back to the goalie. And still, no Skyline players are looking to get the ball there. There is an exclusion called, however, from away from the ball on Matei Marsh, number 13, Dark, sending Skyline into yet another man-up play. Attempted skip shot from number 8, White, Samuel Macbeth. Just barely knocked down by Max Tyler. And the ball goes back to Olympus. Skyline is not messing around with their press defense right now. They are pressing Matei as soon as he comes out of the box. But that head grab from number 8 there is going to be an exclusion. And another great pass to shot for Beckham Jones there. And a great assist from Ethan Woodbury, number 11. Once again, ball is forced back to the goalie. We'll see if any of his teammates release to get the ball from him. Olympus is not making it an easy task. And there are already only 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. Steven might be forced to dump it again. He is. And the ball goes back to Olympus. A couple of Olympus players think the ball is for them. Beckham Jones gets up to shoot, passes over to Matei Marsh. Gets a beautiful skip right off the crossbar. Now, Taylor Woodbury would call that one 1 point, but that is not how the scoring system works here, and the ball goes back to Skyline. Hey, pardon Zach Petty for being really loud around the microphone that's on. Five seconds remaining on the shot clock here. And a great steal from Ethan Woodbury, number 11 for Dark. Number 11, Dark. Beckham Jones looks like he wants that backhand really badly, but he does pass it over to Wilson Graff instead. And number 11 and number 9 both put it under. And get down for that counterattack. Great shot and goal there by number 7, White, Forrest Annis. Brings the score 11-8, I believe. Olympus is still in the lead, but let me just say that Forrest, number 7, has had a fantastic game so far. And nope, it's still 11-7. I'm just blind. I will say this is really fun because whenever I like to see how my jokes are received by my producer who's sitting right next to me, but the problem is that he can't hear me when I'm talking in real time. He has like a 20-second delay on it. Not that late, but he has a delay. So I just stare at him awkwardly until he laughs at one of my jokes. Another great goal there by number 10, Dark, Beckham Jones. See, he's laughing now, but he wasn't laughing before because I hadn't said anything, and it's really awkward. We've got about a minute remaining in the fourth quarter here. Current score 12-7. Number 7 tries to drive it in again. Just barely comes up short. Ball goes back to Max Tyler, who gets it up to Ethan Woodbury there. Seems a little unnecessary on this counterattack, but it was a good pass. And a good shot there from number 11, Dark, Ethan Woodbury. A little bit of a fake out on that lob there. Definitely not my favorite thing to see as a goalie. Get ready for that one on nobody. Once again, I don't like saying one on nobody. Why do I keep saying that? But you get ready, get your legs up under you, and then you actually don't need your legs at all, turns out. Olympus not letting up on their press defense here. 7 turns, gets a shot off, just barely bounces off the post and out of the field. Ball back to Max Tyler. Oh, he almost lets that one slip into the goal. That would not be a fun time. And it looks like he's planning on just holding it for the remaining 10 seconds or so. Coach Stringham is calling for Beckham Jones. And that is the game. Olympus with the victory here. 13-7 is our final score. Great job to both teams. I've been Audrey Hall with Game On Live Studios. We will see you back for our next game, our 18 and under Division I men's team. Also Skyline versus Olympus. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Division 1 18 and under men's game, Skyline versus Olympus. Our sprint was definitely a hard one there, but in the end, it did go to Olympus. That was number 11, Dark Chase Daly, with the victory on the sprint. Jake Diaz, number 4, almost had it. Lots of movement already happening from the Olympus team here. Passed up to Carter McCombie, 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. He tries to set it, but it is stolen by number 13, White, Sterling Burley. Attempted shot there, barely goes outside of the left-hand side of the cage there. And the ball goes back to Olympus. Andy Neff takes the ball. Lots of fighting going on in the center there between Ethan Tennell and Sterling Burley. They do manage to get it inside, but Sterling Burley, number 13, White, takes it. Ball's passed around the outside. Looks like Theo Swap and Joseph Wardle are struggling just as much. Everyone is quite confused as to who was excluded there. It was actually number 6, Dark, Andy Neff, with the exclusion there. Beautiful skip shot from Tom Diaz, but it bounces off the crossbar and goes back to Landon Vance. Chase Daly with a beautiful spin. Gets ahead of his defense by a full body length. Gets the ball into Jaden Courtney, who gets up. Shoots it. It's not quite in the goal, but Ethan Tennell, number 10, Dark, puts it in. Puts Olympus on the board. Our current score is 1-0. Driver coming in from Skyline there, but he does go over Jaden Courtney's shoulders, and the ball is given back to Olympus. These teams are definitely coming out hard and aggressive, and it doesn't seem to be paying off for them. Ball's passed into center. Ethan Tennell steps out. Gorgeous shot, just barely skies over the cage, and ball goes back to Michael Meckham. Great shot there from number 8, White, Theo Swap, but a great knockdown from Landon Vance. Ball's passed up to Ethan Tennell, and a beautiful skip shot right under the goalie's arm there. Number 10, Dark, Ethan Tennell, with his second goal of the game. Skyline is not doing a great job of getting open for their goalie. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock already, and they have just barely managed to get it into the field of play. Jake Diaz tries to pass it over to the driving Sterling Burley, but it is stolen by Ethan Tennell and Carter McCombie. Ethan Tennell sprinting down the field. He has 2 players on his back, and it's stolen very smoothly there from 3 White, Samuel Brooks. Not sure how he managed to get that ball, but he did. Sam Brooks, not a soul on him. We'll see if his team can cover for him. Ball goes into Theo Swap, turns, and a great goal from Theo Swap, number 8, White, puts Skyline on the board. Definitely could have been prevented with a little more defense help on the center there. You don't always want to prioritize the outside press to the inside press. Some hard press from Theo Swap there forces the ball back to Landon Vance. Carter McCombie looks for that inside pass, once again passing it directly to Sterling Burley, number 13 for Skyline. And the ball is sent back the other direction. Ball's passed into center and stolen back from Jaden Courtney and Chase Daly working together. Ethan Tennell is way ahead of his defense, a little too close to the goalie, though, for comfort. It does seem as though that might be one of the only opportunities he will have in this game to be able to get a shot off of a counterattack in center, just because of how Sterling Burley is playing such a tight center defense. Ball tries to get passed over to Chase Daly, but Jake Diaz sees it first and takes the ball back. Also, I just got splashed with so much water. Ball pass to 14, Richard Heckman. That was a beautiful passing shot, except for the fact that number 3, White, Samuel Brooks, was inside the 2 meter at the time, and therefore it's not fun. Lots of confusion going on here. Ethan Tennell tries to get a lob in. It does barely go outside of the right-hand side of the cage. And it looks like we're back live. So hi, everyone. This is the Olympus versus Skyline Division 1 men's game. Our current score is 4-4 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds or so remaining in the second quarter. I'm sorry that we didn't go live there for a little bit. We had some technical difficulties that are hopefully all worked out now. Thank you all for remaining patient with us. I sound like an automated voice on a roller coaster. Power play for Skyline gets knocked out, looks like by, Tom Lambert. For Olympus, giving them back the ball. I could never tell if it was supposed to be give them the ball back or give them back the ball. I think it's give them the ball back. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But either way, there is a contra foul called, and the ball goes back to Skyline. Number 5 walks it in. No defense on him whatsoever. Joseph Wardle comes over. Landon Vance just barely lets that ball slide right by him. That is a great shot and goal by number 5, 5 White, Mikey Hackett. Chase Daly looking for that pass into center, but it is caught by number 8, White, Theo Swap, not Theo Sharp. I don't know where I got that name from. And goalie Michael Meckham finds the pass with Tom Diaz, gets it across to his brother, Jake Diaz. Joseph Wardle playing a careful center defense against Theo Swap. 5 seconds remaining. Sterling Burley gets up, shoots it, and it is knocked down by a few shot blockers and Landon Vance. Gets a beautiful pass up to Ethan Tennell, who knows that Chase Daly is right there. And there's a beautiful shot and goal by 10 dark Ethan Tennell. Never mind, there is not. He was inside the 2 meter. That's very unfortunate for Olympus, but it is Skyline's ball now. Sterling Burley manages to gain that foul. Passes over to Mikey Hackett. Joseph Wardle doing some great press defense on Theo Swap here, who backhands it just barely out of the right-hand side of the goal. Ball goes back to Landon Vance. Theo Swap's backhands are definitely not known to be weak by any means. They are very strong, very accurate backhands. But Joseph Wardle definitely knows how to handle them. Lots of missed backhands here tonight. Chase Daly with one right outside of the left-hand side of the cage this time. Giving us under a minute remaining in the second quarter. Second quarter, that's the one. Because 2 comes after 1. If you were here for the last game, that would be funnier to you than if you're just here for this game. But anyway, Mikey Hackett walks the ball in. Sees an opening across the field. Passes into Tom Diaz. He has, who's overwhelmed by defense. And the ball gets pushed under. Does it sound like I know what I'm talking about? Because in my mind it does not, although I promise you I do. Great steal there from number 5, Mikey Hackett. Sprints down, Ethan Tunnell not letting up by any means. Sam Brooks there gains the ordinary. 5 seconds remaining on the game clock. And that is the second quarter. We will see you back for for half number 2. Look at Feather Wings is cooler, and I was like, no, it's not. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the third quarter of our Division 1 men's versus, not men's versus women's. That's not what I meant to say. Skyline versus Olympus men's. You all know what I'm talking about. You know what you're here for. The sprint is won by Skyline. That's the other team, the Olympus versus Skyline game. Division 1 men's. Hi, I'm Audrey Hall here with Game On Live Studios. How are you all doing today? Anyway, ball is passed into center with number 8, Theo Swap, and is stolen back by Chase Daly for Olympus. Our current score is 4-5 with Skyline in the lead. It has been a close game, and it is definitely not getting any farther apart. Mikey Hackett gets ahead of his defense. Ethan Tunnell was very lucky not to have drawn a 5-meter from that. Instead, he just earns an ordinary foul, or Mikey Hackett gains the ordinary foul, I should say. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Skyline here. Jaden Courtney should be careful of that exclusion there. Yep, there it is. 12 dark, Jaden Courtney excluded, sending Skyline into a power play. They only had about 3 seconds remaining on their shot clock, so this is a very lucky break for them. Beautiful pass and shot over to Sterling Burley. Unfortunately, does not work out for them. Bounces off of the crossbar. And the ball is given back to Landon Vance. Looks like Sterling was going to go for that ball, but decided to drown Joseph instead. So Skyline, Olympus got the ball. Which team is which? I don't really know anymore. Jaden Courtney with a beautiful skip shot just under the goalie's arm there. Which actually, ironically enough, makes for the first goal that wasn't Ethan Tennell's, I believe. But that was a great shot and goal by number 12 dark, Jaden Courtney. Our current score is 5-5. Ethan Tennell with some great press defense, getting Jake Diaz past half. Jake does manage to still get the ball over to Sterling Burley. Jake Diaz with the drive there. Ethan Tennell falling a little bit behind. But it is Olympus ball. Shot clock reset a little bit early there. Luckily, the refs knew which way it was going. Which reminds me, a big thank you to all of our referees tonight. You guys are doing some great work down here. We're happy to have you. I said that as Don walked by me, so hopefully he'll give me a pay raise. Great steal there by number 13, White, Sterling Burley. That was a joke, everybody. I do actually really love our referees here. Great steal from Ethan Tennell, number 10 for Olympus. Lots of steals back and forth. Sean Stringham calling for the ball to slow down at least just a little bit. Definitely a quick back and forth game we're having here. A little bit of a confusion with the drive there. Another great shot from Joseph Wardle, but another great block from Michael Meckham. I keep mixing up everyone's last names tonight. I don't know what's going on. Michael Meckham, not Michael Marsh. Attempted drive from Skyline there. Jaden Courtney does manage to stay off of his back, does not get excluded. And the ball is put under, giving it back to Olympus. Risky pass up to Ethan Tennell there. And it's stolen. Great steal from Michael Meckham, number 1 for Olympus. Skyline, I can't keep the teams straight. Someone send help. Ball passed into Theo Swap, back out to Sterling Burley, who is still a threat with no defenders on him. Same with Richard Heckman up there. Takes a shot, just barely shoots it outside of the left-hand side of the cage. And it is Olympus ball. Chase Daly looks like he might be ready for it in center, but Theo Swap is dropping back on him. Pass down to Ethan Tennell. He turns and Jake Diaz puts the ball underwater, giving it back to his goalie. Mikey Hackett moves the ball in, trying to find a pass into center there. He does find it, but 3 Olympus defenders crash back. A very sloppy pass from Chase Daly up to Ethan Tennell there. Stolen back from by Jake Diaz and passed down to Sterling Burley. We'll see if Olympus can recover. They can indeed. Great steal there from 12 dark Jaden Courtney. Just under a minute remaining in the second half, oh my gosh, third quarter here. Isaac, stop laughing at me. Or don't laugh at me, at least. Got 30 seconds remaining on the clock here. Excuse me. And a steal from Michael Hackett, number 5. Jaden Courtney playing some strong press defense here. Mikey Hackett gets the ball up, shoots it directly into Landon Vance's chest, who passes it to Chase Daly. Pump, shot, and a great block down from Michael Meckham, the Skyline goalie. We will see you all back for the fourth quarter. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the fourth quarter of our Division I 18 and under men's Skyline versus Olympus game. There, I did all the adjectives. Olympus with the win on the sprint and an immediate shot and goal there from Thomas Lambert, number 8, Dark. Ball is passed around the outside. Sorry, I zoned out there for a second. Attempted shot bounces off of the crossbar down into the arms of Landon Vance, and the ball is passed down the field. Also, this is probably a good time to let you know that if you have any shout-outs you want to give our athletes, we will happily give them over the announcements here. Just let us know in the chat. Looks like the referees saw a 2-meter corner throw there, so it will be back to Olympus ball. Another great block by Michael Meckham, still recovered by Olympus there. Michael Meckham manages to get the ball back, and a timeout is called by the Skyline coach, so we will be back. We will be back after that. We are back after the Skyline's timeout. There's a lot of movement happening, but between Thomas Lambert and Andy Neff, the ball does manage to get stolen back by Olympus. Chase Daly gains the foul. Risky pass over to Ethan Tennell there, almost stolen. And it is stolen. Great steal there by number 14, White. That's Richard Heckman. The ball is given back to the goalie. Our current score is 6-5 with Olympus in the lead. This has been a very, very back and forth game. And I cannot see it getting any more distance from here. I'm sure it'll either be an overtime game or just a one-point win. Attempted shot from Sterling Burley there. Bounces out of the cage and immediately back into the field. Ball goes to Landon Vance. Crash onto center there. Ball stolen by number 3, White's Sam Brooks. Both of these teams have most definitely stepped up their game for this final quarter. Pass into center, Theo Swap there, immediately crashed on. Ball is stolen back from Joseph Wardle, Chase Daly, and Thomas Lambert. I think he goes by Thomas. That was my bad. Ball's passed into Ethan Tennell in center. And a great knockdown there by Michael Meckham. Beautiful. Definitely not an easy one to get. Just brings the game closer. Olympus is not letting up on their press defense down here. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Jake Diaz swims in with the ball. Ignore the small children behind me who have no respect for a microphone that's on. A little bit of an odd situation there. Referee was asking for an ordinary foul. There were 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and the shot clock ran out when it should have been stopped. Sorry, that also requires a little bit of context. But here we go. We're resetting for a little bit, searching for Tom Diaz's cap. Melissa, did you hear the change? The cap change? They gave Tom the number 10 cap because he can't find his number 2 cap, so 2 to 10. All right, we have 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. And there we go. The ball goes back to Olympus now. Beautiful pass from Landon Vance up to Chase Daly there. He gains the ordinary foul. Jaden Courtney wide open now. But he is crashed on, and the ball goes back to Skyline. We got Tom Diaz going way ahead of his defense. Andy Neff does manage to catch up, though. Get in front of him. Goalie still looking for a pass. Ordinary foul gain for number 14 there. And there's an exclusion away from the ball on, looks like 7 dark. No, that was 3. And a great shot and goal there by number 10 White. That's, oh, right, sorry. That's Tom Diaz now. He lost his cap and we can't find it. But that brings the score tied at 6-6 with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Definitely an exciting game to watch. Thomas Lambert moving in. And a beautiful shot and goal by number 8 dark, Thomas Lambert. Brings the score 7-6 with 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining. I can promise you this much, that 1 minute in water polo time feels like an eternity. Especially when the press is this hard and this long. But you still have some excellent shooters out in the field, some excellent defensive players. And a great knockdown by Landon Vance there. 40 seconds remaining on the shot, or on the game clock, my apologies. Risky pass over to Ethan Tennell, risky pass over to Jaden Courtney. No one really knows what they're doing. They're all rushing. Jaden Courtney with the ball. He has 2 defenders on him. He gains the ordinary foul. Chaos. And an exclusion on number 3, White. That is Sam Brooks. Coach Sonstringham calls a timeout. We will be back after that. And we are back after the timeout called by Olympus. We are currently 6-on-5. I think they're all setting up on the wrong side of the field. No, they're spreading. My bad. They are currently spreading out. We have everyone pressing everyone, all 7 players all out in the field right now. I am just stressed looking at this. Goalie is out of the cage. Jaden Courtney takes a shot. Gorgeous shot and goal by number 12, Dark, Jaden Courtney. 7 seconds remaining with Olympus 2 goals up. And one final knockdown from Landon Vance there to give Olympus the victory. That was a fantastic game from both teams. Definitely not an easy one to win, but Olympus pulls it through in the end. Our final score is 8-6, and we will see you back for our Division II women's game, Olympus versus Skyline. Hello. Oh, there we go. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to our 18 and under women's Division II game, Olympus versus Skyline. The sprint was won by Skyline at the beginning, but it was turned over to Olympus after a great block from the goalie, Ellie, what's her last name? Stevens. Ball's passed around the outside. We have 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. And the ball is stolen by number 2, white, Mia Fowler. And a great shot and goal there by number 2, white, Mia Fowler. And an exclusion is gained on number 6, white. That's Lauren Groh. Ainsley Marsh makes a very risky pass over, and it is stolen by number 9, white, Mylan Jessup. I think it's Malin. And Ainsley Marsh does manage to almost steal it back. But number 8, white, that's Audrey Shapiro, does manage to gain the ordinary foul there. Mia Fowler passes over to number 12. And a great stop by Ellie Stevens. Ava Ransom driving in, drops it off at Megan Stringham, but does not continue swimming in. Great steal there by number 13, white, Emily Gardner. Ava Ransom with another great steal. Lots of back and forth happening in this game. And Emily Gardner with the exclusion there. 13 white. Sends Olympus into a man-up power play, and the ball is immediately thrown away to number 6 white. That's Lauren Groh, who passes it up to number 9, Maylin. Ball bounces off with the crossbar. Mia Fowler goes to pick it up. Great knockdown from Ellie Stevens. And another shot and goal by number 2, white, Mia Fowler. Great steal there from number 6, Lauren Groh. Olympus is not doing a fantastic job of protecting the ball so far. Lauren turns, manages to get it over to Mia Fowler, who backhands it just outside of the cage, and it is back to Olympus ball. Another bad pass from Olympus results in a steal from number 12, white. That's Jane Sundberg. And it is Olympus ball, once again, with a contra foul called for, I believe, swinging her arm into Ainsley's head. I'm not sure. Bad pass there from Ellie Stevens. Great steal from number 6, white, Lauren Groh. My producer is dancing. I think he's listening to his own music. And a great block down from Ellie Stevens. We've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter here. Our current score is 2-0 with Skyline in the lead. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Number 6 playing some really great defense, Lauren Groh. And the ball is skipped outside of the field Ball goes back to Ellie Stevens. 50 seconds remaining on the game clock here. And it is white ball. Emily Gardner passes it into number 6, who turns and shoots. Ellie Stevens takes it back. Just about one possession remaining in this quarter here. Risky pass from Ellie into center there to Ava Ransom. Ava turns and gains the exclusion on number 13, White. That is number 13's second exclusion in the first quarter here. Izzy Jones passes over to Ava Ransom, up to Mia Johnson. And a bad pass over to Mia Fowler. Lots of back and forth here. There's a recovery from Ava Ransom. And that is the, in 0.26 seconds, that is the quarter. There was an exclusion on number 11, Dark, there for going after the ball after a foul had been called, so we will see you back for quarter number 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to quarter number 2 of our 18 and under Division 2. Division 2. We're lining up again. All right, I'll take this confusing time to complain about the fact that my chicken sandwich from Arby's had mustard on it, and I was not aware that it would have mustard on it, and now I am sad because I don't like mustard. The ball is dropped, and the sprint is won by number 2, White, Mia Fowler, and a timeout is called. Okay, look, this is more important. Our current debate right now is that mustard, I personally think mustard is gross. My producer disagrees, and so does the head ref. So I'm outnumbered right now. Leave in the comment section if you also do not like mustard, because I don't like mustard. Anyway, here we are in our Skyline versus Olympus. This is right after the timeout in quarter number 2. Skyline was playing man up. They are now even. Mia Fowler tries to shoot it inside the 2-meter, and the ball is turned over back to Olympus. Mia Johnson passes the ball off at number 3, whose face I can't see right now, Ainsley Marsh. Risky pass into center there. And a straight arming call on Ava Ransom there. Ball is passed up to number 2, Mia Fowler. No goal, no goal. Number 6 did push off before shooting that. Number 6 did push off before shooting that. I got confirmation from the head ref who was telling me why it happened. He likes to do that because, well, he's a good guy like that. Ball is passed into center. Ava Ransom gets up to shoot. And a beautiful shot and goal there by number 11, Dark, Ava Ransom. This is the curliest curly fry I have ever had.
That's the best curly fry there is. There's like 100 of them in like every...
I will say, hearing one of my friends from Skyline yell the name Audrey to one of her teammates is a little discombobulating, but it's okay. We're working through it. For those of you who don't know, my name is also Audrey. Hi, welcome to the stream. Ball is called out. Confusion time. Injury question mark? I believe too many players in the pool. That is what it looks like. Anyway, ball is passed into center. Out to number 2, Ellie Stevens with a great tip-off block. Hits the crossbar, goes out. It's recovered by number 9, Malin. Malin? I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say your name, love. Recovered by number 6 there. Olympus is not giving up that press defense. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Skyline here. Ball's passed into number 2, Mia, for a great skip shot right underneath Ellie's arms there. Our current score is 1-3 with Skyline in the lead. Everyone keeps calling Audrey's name, and it's stressing me out. Poppy Knight draws the foul there. Center is not open. She does put it in play by putting it on the water there. Gets up, passes over to Emmy Wardle, looks like. And a great steal there from number 9, White, Malin Jessup. A great block there by Ellie Stevens. Goes out of the field and is ruled a 2-meter penalty. 2-meter corner throw. That's what it's called, 2-meter corner throw. Great shot and goal there by 6 White, Lauren Groh. Poppy Knight once again drawing that ordinary foul. Bad pass over to Mia Johnson. Nope, her name is not Mia Johnson. Her name is, in fact, Mia Fowler. My bad, Mia, sorry. They have a Mia Johnson on the Olympus team, okay? I get confused. And that is yet another great shot and goal by number 2, white, Mia Fowler. Ainsley Marsh attempts a drop off to a drive. She gains the ordinary foul. Ball's passed into center. And there's an exclusion called on number 3, white. That's I'm so sorry, Taysa, honey. Taysa Fakatu. It's okay. She and I have... we have a class together. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, love her. She's great. Mia Fowler drives in, spins, shoots and scores. Another great goal from Mia Fowler, number 2, white.
You have a class with someone?
Yeah, I go to Skyline, dude.
You go to...
Dear Isaac, I have told you that I go to Skyline at least 4 times. You don't listen to me. Isaac's my producer, everyone. Great memory over here. Maya Hadlock, thank you for your comment about mustard. I still disagree with you slightly, but here we are. It's all good. Megan Stringham with a great drive there and a beautiful knockdown from Indy DeBurke. That's her last name. Once again, I just know these people's first names. Ball's passed down to Taysa. Ball passed into set, out to Victoria Jackson, who shoots, and a great knockdown from Ellie Stevens. Just under a minute remaining in quarter number 2. Then we will go into halftime. Megan Stringham getting the ordinary foul there. She gets 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Gets it into center, Penelope Knight. Poppy turns, and a great knockdown from Indy DeBurke there. 30 seconds remaining. We'll see what Skyline can do with this last possession here. Victoria Jackson wide open on the side. Mia Johnson is not going to let her get away too fast, though. Ball passed into Melon, who steps out and puts it in a corner. Great shot and goal by number 9, white, Melon Jessup. Ten seconds on the game clock. Ellie gets it over to Sadie. And that is the quarter. We will be back after the half. right, if you are just joining us, welcome to the, sorry, whoa, brain gave up. Olympus versus Skyline Division II 18 and under women's game. There are always so many adjectives I have to remember. That sprint was initially won by Skyline, but then it was stolen back by number 13 Dark, Megan Stringham, and then stolen back by number 7 White, Sarah Peters. The pass goes over to Victoria Jackson. Who cannot shoot it because she is inside the 2 meter, and whether she puts it in play or not, that is not a valid shot. So the ball goes over to Olympus. Risky pass up to Megan Stringham there, but it does make it to her without Grace Peters stealing it. Sarah Peters, I could have sworn she went by Grace. Anyway. Penelope Knight. Number 12, Dark, excluded Penelope Knight there. Little bit of theatrics going on from Victoria Jackson, but it did look pretty much legit. Okay, no, she does go by Sarah. I just wonder if her older sister's name is Grace. Anyway, Victoria Jackson gets up, passes back over to Sarah. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. And a great knockdown by Ainsley Marsh. Recovered by the Olympus goalie and Mia Johnson. Our current score is 1-7 with Skyline in the lead. And a great steal there from number 9 White, Malin Jessup. I think I have managed to pronounce her name differently every single time, so I am so sorry, Malin. Malin. I think it's Malin. I think I've heard it pronounced Malin before. Ball stolen out of set by Poppy Knight. And as always, we love to see your support for your athletes. That's why you guys are watching it. That's why we're streaming it. So if you have any support that you want us to say out loud for your athletes here on the live stream, please leave it in the live chat. We are happy to give your athletes shout-outs. Poppy Knight with an attempted backhand. It is knocked down by number 9 White, Malin Jessup. I'm not entirely sure who is in goal right now. Skyline's been doing a goalie switch every quarter so far. But Skyline passes into center to Victoria Jackson, and a great knockdown from Ellie Stevens there. Poppy Knight gains the ordinary. She is not at the 6 meter. She passes into Megan Stringham. No one is within the 2 meter right here. She gets it up to Penelope Knight, who turns. She gains that ordinary once again. Gets it up to Ainsley Marsh. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. She picks it up, shoots it, and it bounces out of the goal. I don't know how time flew by so quickly, but we already only have under 2 minutes or so remaining in the third quarter here. Ball's passed into center, Victoria Jackson. A little bit of a sloppy pass out to number 12, White, whose name I can't find. Hold on, Jane Sundberg. And the ball is recovered by number 11, Dark, Ava Ransom. That's her last name. Victoria Jackson catches the pass from Ellie Stevens. Not who it was intended for, definitely. But she got it anyway. Little bit of last-minute press there from Ava Ransom. Manages to get the ball just skied a bit. Overly risky pass there from Ava Ransom results in a steal from the goalie, whose name I don't know. I'm so sorry. It must be Sophia Walpole? And a steal there from number 11, Dark Ava Ransom. 37 seconds remaining on the game clock. Passes up to Mia Johnson, who would have gotten that shot and score had Ava Ransom not pushed off of her defense. but the ball goes back to Skyline. And the ball is given back to Olympus after a contra foul called in center. 15 seconds remaining on the game clock. Our current score is 1-7 with Skyline in the lead. Risky pass up there. Ball is given to Ava. 5 seconds. And that is the quarter. We will see you back for quarter number 4 in just a minute. All right, now that one of the worst songs to ever come out of the 80s has finished, that's a win on the sprint by Mia Fowler, by the way, number 2 for Skyline. I can finally read these. I can finally read these shout-outs. Sorry, that is a pretty terrible 80s song. Men with Hats, We Can Dance. So we have a shout-out to Indy DeBurke, grandparents watching from home. I love Indy, and I have heard that it is Maylon, so thank you so much, Amber. Yeah, it's good to hear from you guys. Attempted shot there from Penelope Knight, number 12. Shot right at goalie Emily Gardner. Whew, that was a tongue twister. And a beautiful shot and goal by number 6, White, Lauren Groh. Brings our score 1-8. Skyline in the lead. Ainsley Marsh does a good job of protecting that 50-50 ball there. She gets it into Penelope Knight, who gets a beautiful shot in that lower right-hand corner there. That was a shot and goal by number 12, Dark Penelope Knight. An attempted pass into center there is stolen by number 3, Dark. That's Ainsley Marsh with the steal. Ball goes right back to her. Poppy Knight is setting up at the 5-meter. I'm not quite sure why, but she gets the ball out to Sadie, whose name I don't have on this roster. So sorry, Sadie, but I don't know your last name. 10 seconds remaining. Sadie manages to get the ball into Poppy Knight. And Emily Gardner sweeps it out of the cage last second. Definitely a stressful thing to go through as a goalie. Ball passed up to number 12, White. No defense on her whatsoever. And she skips it into a corner. 12, White. Jane Sundberg with the goal. Foul gained by number 3, Dark, Ainsley Marsh. Ava Ransom picks up that ball, puts it over to number 13. And looks like that was a goal by number 13, Dark, Ava Ransom. Nope, that's not her name, Megan Stringham. That did not look like it was in, but you know what? It's all right. I didn't get the angle. Sorry. My teammate just walked by me with his cap on backwards looking like an idiot. So shout out to Andy Neff for that. Great steal from number 10, Dark Nia Johnson, driving all the way in. No defenders on her whatsoever. She gets it all the way out to Isabel Jones. Ten seconds on the shot clock, and it is stolen by number 12, White, Jane Sundberg. And stolen back by Ainsley Marsh, number 3, Dark. Ball's passed into center. Poppy Knight turns, and a great knockdown from Emily Gardner, number 13. Emily finds an outlet pass over there with number 6. Gets it over to number 5, Indy DeBurke. Indy gets it into center. And Ainsley Marsh, number 3, Dark with the steal. Beautiful pass up to Mia Johnson. And that is an exclusion on number 6, White, Lauren Groh. And a timeout is called from the Olympus coach, so we will be back after that. And we are back after the timeout. Olympus is currently on 6-on-5. Definitely a little bit of a sloppy start here. A few passes going too far. Girls are a little bit too far out. I would personally recommend that they move in. And we are even. Risky pass there into Poppy Knight. And the ball is given over to Skyline for a ball under. Ball's passed up to Mia without her knowing. And Poppy takes that ball and swims with it. And I'm impressed that wasn't in contra foul called on Poppy. But that was a shot and goal by number 12, Dark, Poppy Knight. .36 seconds in the game. game, yeah. Mia Fowler swimming in. Gets the ball over to number 8. That's Audrey. Mia Johnson not letting up on that press defense there. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And an exclusion away from the ball on number 11, Dark Ava Ransom. Timeout called from the Skyline coach. Five seconds remaining on the shot clock here. And that is a goal by number 8, White, Audrey Shapiro. 3 seconds left. We'll see if Olympus has someone shoot it right off of the pass. They probably will, and it will probably be Poppy Knight. Yeah. That was the whistle. And that is the game. Our final score is 10-4 with Skyline with the win. Congratulations to both teams. You guys both played awesome, and stick around for our Division III 18 and under men's game.